Hey, welcome back. I'm Adam.
I'm Brett.
And we are the WALTWINS. And today
we are cooking a little something that we want to show you what it is.
We always want to show you what we're cooking. I don't know why that'd be any different. But this cook actually wouldn't even necessarily be, well, something we would cook on the Blackstone, but we want to show you that you can because Brett brought up an important point. It's almost football season, which who knows when that's going to happen. However, this would be an excellent cook and a way to bring up your tailgating game.
Absolutely. Even if you're doing it on a grill, you have one of those little charcoal grills that you bring to your tailgate. If you have, like I have, the 22 with the camping table, you can bring that to the tailgate and show off your queso skills.
This is a 3-ingredient Queso Blanco. Now, I'm gloved up. Brett is not. This is so simple. I'm going to be the one doing the cooking. We'll call it simple. But if you want to see our take on this relatively simple Queso Blanco, or white cheese dip, if you will, then stick around while we dig in.
I can't believe the WALTWINS. They're right there. That's one of them. That's the other one.
I'm the other one.
Like we said, welcome back. However, if this is your first time here with the WALTWINS, welcome. Consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that we do together, especially these delightfully delicious cooks. We really do love these cooks, and we're passionate about sharing what we learn with our Blackstoners, our Griddle Nation, our Griddle community,
anybody
the world.
watching, anyone that just likes to cook or watch us cook.
Everybody in the world. But really quick, this is a super simple cook. Like I said, just 3 main ingredients. Brett's throwing in one extra one to help emulsify the process. He'll explain that. Brett, tell us about these groceries.
We've got, you can see the American cheese, which we got from the deli. It's a half cup of milk. We got, you can see our diced green chilies. Today we have 8 ounces. We've got Tostitos Scoops chips. Scoops tortilla chips, and then this little powder right here is called sodium citrate. That is the emulsifier. We'll explain more as the cook goes on.
Now, the first time I saw this cook, it was relatively simple, and this was awesome. I'm glad I learned this recipe. Brett, tell us real quick about that emulsification process with the citrus oxide acetate.
Sodium citrate. This is Adam's version of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Sodium citrate is salt from citrus. So, and it's what we call an emulsifier. So let's take, for instance, two things that don't go together. Let's say you're making a salad dressing. You got oil and vinegar. You can see immediately they separate. What an emulsifier does is it actually brings them together. Right. So in cheese, there's a lot of fat in there, and so in oil, so it will actually separate. And that you'll notice, like if you're doing a queso or like cheddar cheese, for instance, right, it will clump up, and then you'll see the oil, it's in the bottom, and the clumpiness. This marries the two and keeps them together.
Right. So the first time I made this, I didn't have the citrus oxidizer.
Sodium citrate. Sodium oxidizer.
First time I tried this, I did not have the sodium citrate. And as amazing as this was, and over time it completely rehardened. I do love the sodium citrate because it does keep that from clumping, and it will keep it, so if you're at a party, a shindig, or tailgating, this will last and be this nice, perfect, consistent cheese sauce that you want, this dip over a long period of time. But real quick, all I want to do is show you how I'm going to block the cheese, but I just want to show you the process for cutting the cheese.
We're adults by age. Go ahead, cut the cheese.
All right, let's go ahead and let's see how we cut this into smaller blocks of cheese here. All right, as pointed out by my daughter, this does look like tofu. It is actually just chunks of cheese. We've got, this is roughly 1/2 pound of cheese. I've already cut up the other one. See, I'm just trying to get it consistent. I mean, they're not going to be perfect. 1-inch cubes here of cheese.
So these look like potatoes ready to go in for mashed potatoes.
Right, that's probably a good comparison. The smaller the chunks, the easier it is going to be to melt into the pot. And because we are using the Blackstone, we want this to cook relatively quick. All we're using the heat for is to melt this all together. So this is going to be just a little bit smaller, no big deal. So I'm just going to take this and cut this up into my cubes. And this is quick and simple as we can, just so it is a relatively quick and simple cook. Look at that. That is so nice.
Good pile of cheese has been cut.
That is. And by the way, as always, we are using our pairing Farberware edge keeper, self-sharpening knife that we love. There's a link to this below in the description. We love how sharp these are, how quick they cut. They are inexpensive, and the weight of them, the feel in the hand, it's a very comfortable and awesome knife. But let's go ahead and get this cook going on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, Brett, this is relatively simple. So all we're doing,
No oil down. I was about to say grab oil, but you
because
don't need it. You don't need to oil the pot.
because we literally are just using this for the heat element, really more than anything. So we're just gonna get our cheese, not on the griddle top. Be really careful about that. Make sure I don't tip that in. Here, I've got gloves on. Why don't I just grab this? But this is the best part. We mix it all together. So let's go ahead before we start really burning that. Do we have a spoon for mixing?
Yes.
So we're gonna pour the milk right into that. And then finally, let's get our chilies. Okay, so we're gonna dump our chilies into here. Get the rest of that out. It works. It'll do, don't care.
Now I'm
That'll
gonna
do.
go ahead and put in this is a 1/4 teaspoon.
Oh man.
You did a 1/2 cup of milk?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of sodium citrate.
Perfect. And you just mix that right in, right?
Yep.
All right.
So one more.
So this cheese is already melting. That's how warm this is. Now you see some of that smoke coming up. We dropped a couple of pieces of the cheese. And they
We
went
did, yeah. We dropped a couple pieces of the
Yeah,
cheese.
I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. Brett dropped some of the cheese.
Although I will tell you, at the end, we both get credit for making this queso. So I will say we dropped the cheese. So wait, let me know when you're ready for these chiles.
All right. Well, we already did the one. We're gonna see if we actually
Oh,
need the
true
second
that,
one.
homie.
Okay, so now the reason I'm mixing this, I just want to make sure that none of the cheese was going to stick and burn on the bottom.
Sure.
So now what I want to do is just kind of let that sit for a minute. In fact, I can pull this way. This is so hot. I forgot I want to get, I've got my towel here for a reason. All right, so clearly if this was on the stovetop, this might cook a little bit quicker. I'm not really worried about that though, because this is, again, you're cooking for the game day crew. You got everybody there. You've got this little pot of what is going to be amazingly delicious goodness. Again, we're talking about a 3-ingredient Queso Blanco. This thing is amazing.
With
citrus oxide. Sodium citrate.
sodium citrate. Yes, that is it.
I got 2 burners on and no need for that, man. This thing is plenty warm. And this is all we're using the surface for, is to cook this.
Now, if you want to use a Blackstone to kind of show off to your friends, you can get some corn tortillas, cut them up into nice little triangles. Throw on, like maybe you've seen in past videos that we've had, a shallow fry. Get some oil in there. Get those corn tortillas. Throw them on there. Fry them up, and boom, you're the star of the show.
That's right.
Homemade nachos. And then you can also go on, ground some meat, get some chicken going. You can make some chicken nachos, so whatever.
That's awesome, man. All right, Brett said this is very therapeutic. It's nice. That is coming together nicely. We're probably 2 minutes out, bro.
Yeah.
You can let it sit at this point. Just let it sit, do its thing, and then we'll come back and we'll finish it up. All right, we're just stirring this up. It's still just a little bit chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Brett, do you even think it's going to need that second can of chilies?
Well, here's what I would like to do, Adam. I would actually like to taste it first and add if we need.
We use the mild diced green chilies. If you like a little bit of kick, you can use the medium. If you like a lot of kick, use the hot. This, to me, I just like the green chilies to add a little bit of flavor, give a little bit of flair. But oftentimes, I don't prefer so much of the heat because, quite frankly, I can eat a lot more when it's just got the flavor, but the heat starts to make it really difficult to eat a lot of it. All right, the last finishing touches here. Brett, that is mixed, which is all we needed to do. I'm going to cut the heat. We'll just let it sit for just a minute longer. Really make sure that we are nice and mixed. Well, there it is, Brett. I'm excited for you to dig in and taste this. We would show
I
the fine
also-
folks. It is glowing so much. This Queso Blanco is amazing.
I also am excited for me to try this.
It is. And legit, we say this all the time. This can look amazing.
Which it absolutely looks amazing.
It looks like any Queso Blanco I've ever had at any restaurant. It can smell amazing.
It smells like any queso Blanco you've had in a
If
restaurant.
this doesn't taste amazing,
This was all for naught and all Adam's fault because he did it.
So little chip, who cares? Cheers. I'll eat to that,
My brother.
Dude, does it need more chili?
My mind's telling me no, but my body, I don't know that it does. This
Oh, that bite.
is amazing.
Is it what you'd hoped it would be?
This is more than I hoped it would be.
Okay. And I will say, what I have found, the longer this sits, the more those green chilies marry in with that flavor, and
my
it just
gosh.
gets better and better. I can't stop eating this. I can't stop eating it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, I just got a little bit of that heat, that small little bit of mild heat. It is so good. Like I said, the longer this sits, the better it gets.
Yep, and by the way, one thing about the sodium citrate, I did get on Amazon a bag that I got, and put the link
put the link
below,
down below for
and
sure.
that bag can last up to like years, 2
Right,
years.
perfect.
So, you know, you don't use very much of it to go
Sure.
with, you know, like this cook. So, we wanted to, I just want to make sure that we let you know that you can get it on Amazon.
Excellent, perfect. But Brett, I am so excited. I want to keep eating this. I just
So
want
do
to
I.
go and dig in. But
I
let's
actually
get out
want
of
to
here.
build the nachos.
We wanted this to be a shorter cook, a shorter video, so you could enjoy this and hopefully come up with your own. If there's something else that you add to make this better, let us know what you add to make your Queso Blanco that much better. We love that this was 3 simple ingredients. You can cook this anywhere on the Blackstone, tailgating, wherever.
And what was the last ingredient? So there was 3, and then
Sodium citrate.
yay! Remember, it only took them the whole
So the
entire video.
fourth ingredient, sodium citrate, but we love that. But Brett, aside from coming to make this amazing Queso Blanco, we've got the kiddos in there ready to dig in. They can't wait to have it. But why else did we do this?
Because all we do is twin,
No matter what. And with that, we bid you adieu.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And
Griddle on.